Okay. It looks like there's some confusion about the expectations for the project. So I wanted to go through some of those to hopefully clarify them and hopefully guide you through uh, what I want you to do. So uh, what I have is the list. I had group four change their topic because I don't want I don't want any topic to be completed by two groups. I want each group to have separate topics. Also, uh, group one will need to determine their specific topic because hypertension is already being taken by group seven, so they will need to adjust it. And if they do mental health, it needs to be something other than anxiety. So, uh, okay, some of the different documents. We have the course materials. Whoops. Okay, course materials. So uh, the most of the things are here. You can look at the Word document, or you could look at the PowerPoint presentation. They should be kind of mirror images of each other. So uh, let me kind of go through some of this stuff. I think one of the areas of confusion, as I spoke to a group earlier today, was the term group. There's two ways that the group term is being used. The one way that the term group is being used is in this fashion right here. So you are each put into a separate group as far as what your topic is concerned. And then I have the term group here, and I say, what your role is for each various group. I should probably just delete that and just say leadership or slash presenting group. So that is going to rotate through. Two groups are presenting this week, but that will rotate through. And then they are doing the bulk of the work at first. They are the ones that are developing the presentation. You can look at the other video. I go through the different aspects and what are the expectations in one of the previous videos. So the other groups, 2 through 6, are doing commentary. So essentially, 5 of the groups are providing some sort of commentary for these PowerPoint presentations. The leadership group or the presenting group, they are developing the PowerPoint and creating the presentation. There's two ways that you could decide to present. You could either merge everything together into one video, and that's preferred, and post it on YouTube and then provide a link. Or you can post each section on YouTube and make it a playlist. If you're savvy, you can combine everything. I personally wouldn't really know how to do that. So if you're not able to do that, have difficulty doing that, then you can just post it as sections and then a playlist so that it just flows from one section to the next. So then you could look at this, and I guess you could say presenting group, and etiology groups. So these are going to be two separate groups. The etiology group for that week, they are going to concentrate on the etiology section. So make sure that that's kind of your focus and what you're talking about. The presentation group will cover all the different areas. So this could be, take the easy way out. Presentation and treatment groups. And then I have to adjust this. Provides the initial content, and then the treatment group provides commentary and clarification. So you can think of it all the way through. Every group is going to cover every topic. So let me go to this. I have the discussion section. I've already set it up for the ACL injuries. The videos themselves should be completed by 3/6, so by Tuesday, ideally. I've spoken to members of each group, and if it's a little bit late because we have spring break and you have more time to complete the discussion, I'm willing to do that. However, what should happen is it should be completed by Tuesday, and then it should be finished by the following Tuesday. Again, since we have spring break coming up, that time will be extended, so you'll have a little bit more time. And as you can see, this refers to the group that you're in as it relates to this above. In this case, group 1 will be the etiology group, group 2 will be the treatment group, group 3 will be the epidemiology, group 4, lifestyle, genetics, and risk factors, group 5, life with the disease, group 6 is the evaluation and research, fact-checking. You can consider the presenting group as the group that develops the material, and then the evaluation, research, fact-checking group as the group that provides kind of a summary or conclusion of the information. This group also is tasked with finding the research literature on the topic. So this group has a bigger job, and of course the presenting group has a bigger job. The rest of the groups, their tasks are smaller. And as you can see, each group will complete each role. So every group is going to complete every task once. I provide the instructions here as to what the expectations are, and really, if you're a commentary group, then you should at least a solid paragraph, if not more, commenting on the information you found. If you want to talk about other information that you found or questions that you have, you can do that. If you want to clarify information that was in the PowerPoint, if you found things to help it, provide that information. So make sure that you do that. Some other areas of clarification. I want to meet with each group before they complete the presentation. This works better if I have a physical copy of the PowerPoint. If you send me the PowerPoint or you provide a link, you share the document with me. I have 2 shared documents here. Or you can send it to me via email. Then I could go through it and I could look at what's going on. And this group already presented. And you can see I make comments as to what's good and what should be tweaked, and then you can adjust it and go from there. So oops, wrong one. There we go. So I'd like to meet with each group before they present. Ideally, well, not ideally. I want to, in some way, I want to be in contact with each group, and preferably all the members of the group. So I did that today with one group, and from the other group, I met with one of the individuals. I'll let that slide for this time, but in the future, I always want to meet with the whole group. If we need to do that through a Zoom meeting, we'll do it through a Zoom meeting. If people can come to my office, we could do it at my office. It just depends on what works for you. So what's going to happen first is you will come to me and we will look at the PowerPoint, go over the PowerPoint. I'll make comments on the PowerPoint. Then you will present in video or voice over your PowerPoint. You will post it on YouTube. And then what you will do is the group will determine a time for a Zoom meeting. So in that Zoom meeting, that counts as a verbal oral class discussion of the material. So in that, you should include, for the groups that's the presenting group, you should first start off that meeting by talking about what was your major takeaway message from what you did. What are the things that really struck you in this information that you found? And the rest of the group should have questions, should have comments ready to go concerning this topic. So the presenting group will determine the time. I have some students that are working, so if they determine a time like 6 in the evening, then it'll be 6 in the evening. I want students to attend at least 3 of these sessions. So we'll see how it works. If we get nobody showing up, then I'll be annoyed and I'll figure out some sort of solution. But hopefully people will come to them. You should really come to all of them. I think it'll be a good opportunity to discuss and to learn. But I realize that some of you are working and have odd schedules, so you may or may not be able to make it. But you should be able to make at least 3 of them, and then the group that's presenting, they will determine when that Zoom meeting will occur, assuming that it's something reasonable, like 6 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock in the morning, on whatever day, then that's what will happen. If it's something like 11 o'clock at night, then I'm not going to have a Zoom meeting at 11 o'clock at night. But assuming we can figure out something reasonable, then we'll go with it. And I think that's it. After that, what you will have is the discussion. I've already set up the discussion. I put this post here. You can post the presentation here. So this is where the video and the presentation will be posted. And then it says the group, which group, and then what's their task. So evaluation and research. So that's the larger task. Life with ACL injury, lifestyle genetics and risk factor, epidemiology, treatment, etiology, and then any sort of general questions that you have. You can include the general questions within your post, and the presenting group should address those questions. So the presenting group should be going through all the discussion boards and seeing what's there and making comments, as well as if there are questions there to address those. The presenting group should also look at these discussion boards, and if there's information there that should have been put into the PowerPoint, they should take that information and put it into the PowerPoint and tweak and adjust the initial PowerPoint. So a lot of times the other groups will find some interesting information, and that information should be included or addressed into the PowerPoint. I'll state for one last time, the goal of this assignment is that I want you to learn how to teach other people information. That is a primary goal for the presenting group. And that's the focus and the mindset that you should have. It's not just presenting on this information, but it's really teaching other people, other students, about this information. Then the other groups should take this from a learning perspective. What are they learning from this information that was posted? Do they feel like they are now better versed and have a good sense of the information than they had before? And if they still have questions, and if you're clueless on some area, then you should ask the question and address that issue. So I think that's basically it. I will reiterate that the evaluation find major studies associated with that project or with that topic, and make sure you mention what was the study design for the research articles or research information that you found. Was it retrospective, prospective, case control? What all did you find? So I think that's it. If you have any questions, I'm making myself tired. If you have any questions, let me know and email me, and I'll try to get back to you. And if you're clueless, and other students are clueless, then definitely either stop by my office or send me an email, and I'll try to address it. This video is due to people being confused, and I figure if a couple people are confused, then a lot of people are probably confused. So hopefully this provided some clarification. Okay, that's it.